Hi, my friends. Welcome to the Diamond Painting Effect with Corey. I'm Corey, and today is time for European Town Monday. We're going to get into working a little bit more. We were working on this massive cross-stitch pattern that is 222 centimeters, which is a little over 7 feet long, and 45 centimeters tall, which is, I don't know, just looking at it, I'd say about 2 feet tall. Maybe not quite 2 feet, but anyway, this is a massive piece that is an 11 count, 8 o'clock, and it is an endeavor that I wanted to do, and I finally got it, and we're working on it every Monday. I try to work on it a little bit in between as well. Before we get started into my European town, I thought I'd do a little update on some of the stuff I've been stitching. I will post a photo of this. This is a European town. I've mostly been working on this type of stuff. Was all the way across the bottom, and I worked and tried to finish it before today, but there's still a little bit here, and there's a lot left still in the house. So I think most of the bulk of it will be done when I get that color finished, although there are a bunch of little random colors all over after that. So that's my Cedric Gunther. I don't know if y'all saw that dash of orange go by or not, but so that's where I'm at on the European town. I worked on the elephant for Animals in August that I'm working on with stitching in the Interlake Ava. I worked a little bit on the elephant. I didn't get a lot done on her. I realized after my video on Wednesday that I don't need to do the background on this because it's white and the fabric is white, and so I ditched that and started filling in the white on the elephant. So I'm gonna stick pictures in of my progress for my elephant. It's not much. I got discouraged last night because I really did spend all weekend stitching, but I didn't, up until the weekend, I didn't do a lot of stitching. Another thing I worked on for Animals in August was the winter window that has this little corgi coming out. I'll just go ahead and stick pictures in to save time. I'll put some pictures in of my progress on how far I've come with that. I am working on the back stitch on this one, and that'll probably go a little bit slowly because I've decided I'm not going to try to hurry and finish it. But I am going to work on it every day till I get it all in. It's not that back stitching is that bad. It's that I don't know how to explain it. A lot of the back stitching in this is not on the lines. It is very, you go over a course of 10 stitches, you go up, you move your thread up one square, and so there's no way to back stitch across that. I don't know how to do it other than make one long line. If anybody has any hits on that, let me know. But as a result, I don't do much actual stitching. I'm just placing lines across it. So anyway, I worked on that. I can understand why Stitching with Laura was doing her Peter Rabbit. She did it with 2 strands, and I could see that 2 strands, especially when I did the top across the window top, the one strand was just, you couldn't even see it. It just got buried. And so I did that part with 2 strands, but I'm going to continue the rest with 1 strand. So that's it for my winter January window. The other thing I worked on just a tiny bit for Beach Life 23 is the lighthouse on the beach. So I worked on that a little bit, and I didn't get much done on it either, but I did stitch on it. And the one I did the most on was my nativity. And I'm going to put in a picture here. I thought I had a previous picture of it, but I guess all I've done when I showed you that was actual showing it. So I don't have an actual picture of it. But this is my progress right now, how it's coming along. I have spent a lot of time on it this weekend, and I'm kind of discouraged. I do see progress, so I cannot deny that. I see progress, but what's left, I'm afraid, is a lot of confetti, and sometimes you want a little bit of confetti, but when that's all there is, that gets kind of like not quite as fun to stitch. So that's my progress on my stitches. My ears are clogged right now, so I can't really hear myself talk. But anyway, so we'll get with it, working on European Town here. Let's see if I can bring it in a little bit closer. That's too much. There we go. And I don't know what's wrong up with my lighting today. It seems to just be off. And I don't think that's working. I really don't know. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah, I was able this weekend to get a lot of stitching in. I'm really happy about that. I'll put in a picture of my cat's library. I'll put some pictures in of those. My cat library by Heaven and Earth Design, I worked on it. I put in like 66 stitches, whoopee, yesterday. And I can see that I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not really wanting to accept defeat quite yet, but the problem is I can see on the clear canvas as I'm stitching what needs to be, first time over, I can do it. But it's when I need to come back and count what's there, that's where I cannot count. I cannot see good enough to tell what's going on in that stitching, and where I need to put my next, the next color, or I just can't see what's going on. It's like I'm blindly stabbing in the dark there, trying to fill it in. And so I thought, well, maybe I need to give up on having it look like a pixel, like a picture, and just do it as a maybe 18 count. Well, I looked and saw the amount of fabric I would need would be kind of expensive, and 123 Stitch didn't even have it in stock. So I put them to notify me when they have it in stock to try and do it. I have 22 count that it would fit on, but the problem with that is 22 count enough bigger than 25 count to make a difference. And so that's the issue. And it needs to be just enough bigger that it bumps it up. I think with a 22 count I can get with, what you can get easily. But going down to 18 count makes it an odd size. And the 18 count is what I feel like I really need to do. Because I know my teacups is on 22 count, and I am having a hard time with that one too. So, I think my dreams of being a full coverage microscopic size is not gonna come through. I haven't tried working with the magnifying glass yet, but I think that would take the joy out of it, you know. So, but maybe that's an option. Maybe if I can find a good magnifying glass that I can work with, kind of like this camera here. Maybe that's what I could do, is just do my stitching with the camera on it. Just kind of like I have it now. There's an idea. But anyway, I also worked a little bit more on Leonard, the Learned. The cat, you're beginning to tell it's a cat. I'm still not impressed with the cat. But I've been trying to get all the stitches in on the cat to see how Leonard is going to turn out. So that's how that's coming along. And I kind of, other than the nativity, I've been just flipping between a lot of pieces. And it probably took, I wish I'd keep track of how long it took me to fill in this area here that I already filled in. But that did take longer than I thought it would. So I'm going to try and recommit to my counted cross stitches, because I'm really not, like, once I pull them out, I'm okay. It's just I know that whatever I'm trying to watch, whenever I pull out the counted cross stitch, isn't going to get watched on TV. And so that's part of it. It takes just a little more intention and attention from me. And so unless I'm watching something I already know, or I've already watched, I just completely miss out what's going on the TV. We've been watching a lot of Cozy Mysteries on BritBox. Death in Paradise, Rosemary and Thyme are the ones we're watching right now. Stitching with Laura did a really nice video over the weekend. I watched it yesterday. I'm not sure if it was a Saturday video or a Sunday video, but I did not know it was National or International Cross Stitching Day or something like that. And Laura did a brief history on cross stitching. So y'all need to go check that video out. I thought it was really interesting, and she did a great job of it. And if I tried to tell you guys what she told me, I'd probably say it all wrong. So go listen to her. She did a really good video this weekend. Maybe I can link it below. I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, that was really, really interesting to me. And so go check it out. I'm trying to think. We haven't really had anything major happening or going on around here. I am back on my ketogenic diet. I'm trying to be a little bit more strict than I was before. And trying to see if I can solve some of the issues. I wasn't having trouble losing, but I don't think I was getting into ketosis or anything like that. So I'm trying to be a little more wary of my carbohydrates this time. And I'm finally beginning to learn. Your goal is 0, because if you say, oh, this is okay, that they add up quick. So, look at this. I think I'm going to have an influx of dogs. I hope that's not too annoying. Anyway, but Daniel, his truck is down. They think they found out what's wrong with it. They think it's covered with the warranty. That would sure be nice. So he spent the weekend with his boss helping him around on his little farm. And I have no idea what all they did. I think they went and did some clearing, and I haven't heard from him. He's been too busy to talk to me. But I hope he can get back on the road. It's been a rough couple of weeks as far as making any money. So I didn't talk a little bit about my nativity. The colors of the faces are orange, and that really bothered me. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. Maybe change it later. I don't know. That's the second kit I've had where they made the flesh orange, an orange color, a little bit oranger than I would like. It looks better than I thought it would. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I'm going to go with it because I don't have any confidence that I would do better. But if it really bothers me when I'm done, I'll probably take it out and redo it with something else. I'm assuming the reason that happens is because it is hard to get a blush color. But I know I've seen beautiful kits that have flesh color that isn't orange. So part of me wondered if it's supposed to be like the glow of the light, that's what they're trying to depict. I don't know. But I'll go ahead and go with it for now, and then try to do it's hard for me to look at the canvas the way it is and see. There are a lot of different colors in there, and so it's hard for me to know, like once it's together, I can see where I need a light color here, and I need a little bit darker color here, and I can pick my colors out that way. I guess that's why I want to do it that way. Some of my goals this week are I would like to, first of all, I'm going to try to do some count stitch every day. I'm going to work on nativity every day. I'm going to try to finish up this color on my European town for this section. And I want to work, I can't remember what I've already said. I want to work on a counted cross stitch every day. And that's kind of that's the direction I want to push myself. I also want to I need to get a couple of videos out. Maybe there'll be an extra stitch with me while I'm working on my Beach Life 23. I will never finish that, but at least I can participate that way by doing a stitch with me. And here the dogs did get let in. All right. These guys can be a joy and they can be a nuisance. Huh. And so completely lost my train of thought. I have a dog. Anyway, I know that it's laziness is why I sometimes don't pull out the counted cross stitch. And I really do enjoy it once I do it. I don't know why I feel that way. But so I'm going to force myself to do a little more counted cross stitch because it's just easy to sit down and stitch on one of these kits. I'm really excited. I have picked up some more people who want me to review for them, and that came out of the blue. Blew me away. So I'm kind of excited about that. So it's probably be a couple of weeks, but I'll have like 3 videos that coming up. Maybe sometimes they get here really quick. But I finally sent my choices off over the weekend. It's so hard for me to choose. So hard. And I really do, unless I really like something, I try not to repeat what I've been seeing out there already. And sometimes I know my memory's not that great, so who knows if I hit that mark. But I also try to get stuff I want. And I'm excited about some of the stuff I've chosen. I can't wait for it to get here. One of my other goals is to get a video out about, I said that last week too, I need to do diamond paint with friends. With the empowerment, part of that problem is that I've got a mess to clean up so I can clear off my table. Just, so I've got goals. I just have to feel good enough to do it. And so those are some things I really want to do. It's not like I'm making it sound like I have to do it, but there's just too many things I want to do, I guess. But, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do about Kat's library. I really just want to do it on 18 count Easy Grid fabric. But if they don't, I put the thing for notification when they get some. One thing I've found is when you start stitching on that Easy Grid and you have stitches around that gray line, that gray line might as well not be there. It's very difficult to see. So maybe I will be just as well to grid my own with the Xfinity pin, or I can't remember what that thing's called. Friction pin. So anyway, hopefully Daniel's truck will get fixed today, and he can be off and earning some money again tomorrow. There's bills to pay. So anyway, a very disjointed stitch with me today. Thank you for joining me. If you like, comment, share, that would be awesome. So take care, and I will see you again in the next one.